during the years that the Russian Jews came out of Russia and made mass aliyah in the 80s and 90s, end of 80s and 90s, there was a family of Russian Jews who found a job working for a printer in Jerusalem, a printing house, a printing shop. And after 3 or 4 weeks working there, they saw every day the owner of the printing shop would take out his bag of the owner of the printing shop would take out his brown bag of lunch, open it up, put his sandwich on the table, go wash his hands, then say some words, eat the bread, eat this tuna sandwich, and then after eating tuna sandwich, they would watch him from their desks a distance away, watch him take out a siddur and say some words. After 3 or 4 weeks, they saw him do this every single day. One of the Russian Jews came up to him and said, "What are you doing when you go wash your hands and then you open up a book and then you say these words? What are you saying there?" So he said, "Well, I want to thank God for sustaining me and giving me strength to work here today. And therefore, I say the grace after meals, the birchas hamazon, the benching." So the Russian Jew said, "Well, what does it say there? You're saying it's a long prayer. It's 5, 6 minutes. You're praying there." So, well, first I thank God for Hazan es Hakol, who sustains the entire universe with food. Then I thank him for Ala Aretz Vel Hamazon, thanking for the land of Israel and for giving me sustenance and food that comes out of the land of Israel. Then I thank him for Ubenei Yerushalayim. Then I thank him for Ubenei Yerushalayim, Ira Kodesh. I thank him for Jerusalem. And then the fourth blessing is I thank him for guiding us in Jewish history, Hatov V'Ameti. So the Russian Jew said, all that for one tuna sandwich? All that long blessing? 4 blessings, 6 minutes for one tuna sandwich? I would say, God, great sandwich. Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. See you later. Isn't that enough? Well, perhaps D'oraisa it is. If you thank God, say, thank you, God, for the bracha. If you say D'oraisa, according to the Torah, if you say, thank you, God, for the food, that's enough. You'll fulfill your obligation of uveirachta, recognizing God as the source. But the Chachamim came along and established the matzbeah shel bracha, the formulation of the blessings. And the first bracha was formulated by Moshe Rabbeinu. The second bracha was because it was based on the man. The first bracha was formulated by Moshe Rabbeinu because it was formulated based on the man, Hazan es ha'olam. The second bracha, Ala Aretz Vel Hamazon, was formulated by Joshua. The third bracha by Solomon and King David, Uvenei Yerushalayim. And the fourth bracha by the Chachamim, after they saw that the dead who were killed during the massacre at Beitar, after the Roman revolution, after the Romans destroyed the Beis Hamikdash and put down the Bar Kokhba revolution in 135 of the Common Era, there were over 1 million murdered Jews, and they left these bodies for 7 years, and they did not decompose. So on the blessing that these people were not decomposed and were able to come to burial, the Kedusha, afterwards, the Chachamim established a bracha of Hatov V'Ameti, that God guides Jewish history, involved the Jewish history. He said, all those blessings for one sandwich? He said, you don't understand. He said, the Jew who owned the printing press said, you don't understand. When God gives me a tuna sandwich and sustains me in life, he is challenging me. And he's saying, I am giving you life. I'm giving you sustenance. I'm giving you existence. I am sustaining you and the world. The entire world gets tuna sandwiches. What are you doing? Hazan es hakol. What are you doing to build and sustain the world? He's asking me. I'm giving you tuna. I'm giving you a hot dog. I'm giving you a hot dog bun. And what are you doing to sustain the world, to contribute to the world? I'm giving you a hot dog bun. What are you doing, Ala Aretz Vel Hamazon? What are you doing to build Israel, the land of Israel? I'm giving you a hot dog bun. What are you doing to build Uvnei Yerushalayim? What are you doing to build Jerusalem? And I am giving you a sandwich to sustain you. What are you doing to contribute your contribution to Jewish history? When God is giving me a sandwich, he is in a direct, when God is giving me a sandwich and giving me, when God is giving the owner of the printing press, when God is giving the owner of the printing house a tuna sandwich, and when he gives me a hot dog on a bun, he's asking me, and what are you doing to sustain the world? And what are you doing to sustain Israel? And what are you doing to contribute to the rebuilding of Israel? And what are you doing to rebuild Jerusalem? And what is your contribution to Jewish history? That is how we can look at benching as a relationship with God, as an ongoing two-way street relationship. I am sustaining you. What are you doing for my world?